16,
Okay.
like that. All right, now for the next one here, I'm gonna have to write it just because you've got a lot going on there for number 3. N to the 4th plus n cubed plus 3n minus n minus n cubed. So what I want you to do for now maybe later on you don't need to do this, I'd put a 1 in front of any of the variables that don't have a 1 in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're doing the right thing here where you're circling terms. You're saying, okay, positive 1n cubed minus 1n cubed.
Mm-hmm.
Those cancel out.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
now what
zero.
some students do once they've consumed a term is they cross them out so they know they don't have to look at them anymore. Okay. Now the next one here, and I've got the advantage of using colors. You've got plus 3n minus 1n. Now make sure you circle the operator, the negative or the plus. Like really make sure you circle those.
Yeah.
That way you can see that they go with it. This is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2n, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then this last term gets brought down. You might be saying, well, hey, what's going on? It's 1n to the 4th power.
Okay.
And you've got something else there. Um,
Hmm. So then it would be
this is it. This is your
cube
final
one
answer.
n. Oh, okay. So it
The-
would
the-
just that would be
these are
okay.
not like terms, not like terms.
Okay.
So you leave it as is.
Okay.
All right, so let me go. I'm gonna have to handwrite the next one here. 4a plus 4b plus 2. Is it minus 2a?
It would be
I can't see. I can't see. And you're
yeah, it's minus 2a.
okay, great. So if you start with the 4a, which is fine, what you really want to do is okay, it's 4a minus 2a. You always grab the operator.
Mm-hmm.
What is 4a minus 2a?
4 minus 2a is 2a.
2a. And then if you want, you can cross them out so you know not to look for them anymore. Plus 4b plus 5b.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, that's plus 9b. And if you need to, you can cross them out so that you know you've consumed them. And then the last one there, you've got the 2 plus 2 minus 1. That is plus 1. Now, there is no like terms left.
Mm-hmm.
You've got A's, you got B's, you got 1. Those are not like terms.
Yeah.
All right, let's take
Okay.
a look at number 5. Be able to snip this one in here. Okay. So I think it's always good to go to that first term and you're saying, okay, is there any other m squareds? Are there any other
Yeah.
m squareds? There is. It's right there. Minus 12 m squared. 32 m squared minus 12 m squared. What does that become?
It would become 20
20 m
squared.
squared. You've used up both of those, so you know, okay, don't need those anymore. Now 14n squared. N squared is the term. Do you see any other n squared terms?
No, not n squared. There's
It
n.
has to be n squared. It has to be exactly the same, n squared. So
Hmm.
that's you just bring that down. You've used it up. Now you go to the 5n plus 5n. Do you see any other n terms? N to the power of 1.
No.
So you just bring it down. So you're never guaranteed to get all of them. Like you may not have matching pairs for all of them.
Mhm.
So notice that m squared is not the same as n squared is
Yeah.
not the same as n, no variable is not the same as the rest. Now it's easy when I color code it, but you have to be able to do it without
Yeah.
the color codes here. All right, so actually, why don't I have you try 7 on your own? We'll come back to 6. 6 has got a little wrinkle there. Why don't you try 7 on your own? I would put the 1 in front of the c squareds.
Okay. So we're just gonna skip number 6 and just do number 7.
We're gonna come back to it, but
Okay.
I want you to try this one here. This one's more
Okay.
like the one we just did, so give that a try, please.
Okay. Okay, so I got 2c squared plus 1 plus 5c.
Okay, now I'm just gonna change it slightly. Your teacher may have talked about this. This is what's called standard form. Notice the variables go in descending order. Did you guys talk about that
Oh,
at all?
okay. Not really, but a
Okay,
little.
it's a small thing, but it's probably going to come up here. Basically, you'll notice in all the ones I did here, whether it was intentional or not, like power of 4, power of 1,
Mhm.
um, x squared before the number. You really want to go in descending order if you can. Okay. All right, so
Okay.
6 is really similar, except it's got a 2 squared off to the right there. And that's just there to kind of like distract you. So what I would do is I'd immediately write this as +4 so that I don't somehow mistaken that for what it is. So give this a try, please.
Mhm. So I'm not sure, but would it be
Okay.
um 1x squared plus 6x
No,
plus
no.
1x?
So we got 2x squared minus 2x squared. What does that become?
1x squared or 0x?
Which
So
is it? What is 2 minus 2?
2 minus 2 is 0.
Okay, so let's just say you were at 0x squared. What is 0
Okay.
times anything?
It's such a 0.
0. So those are gone. Okay, so then you go to the next one, and the order doesn't matter here, but 2x plus 4x. What does that become?
6x.
Okay, and then you got plus 4 minus 3, so it becomes 6x plus 1.
Mhm.
So 0 times anything is 0, and then it just goes away.
Oh, 6x plus 1.
Yeah. All right, so try number 8 here on your own.
Okay.
I think it's actually easier than the ones we've been doing because it's only got one variable, but go ahead and give that a try, please.
20.
It is just 20, yeah. Very good. Okay, we're gonna work through the rest of this page. But we do need to work a little bit more on this. There's some examples I like to give, but we're gonna keep going here. We can get all this done first. So the instructions for 9, it says, write an expression for the perimeter of the figure, then simplify the expression. So this is a square, and the reason I know it's a square is not because it looks like a square, it's because the top and the side are the same, which means that the others are also the same. And it's good to label the other sides. The perimeter is adding up all the sides. 3a plus 3a plus 3a plus 3a. What does that become?
It would become 12A.
Well, a. Okay. All right. Now there is a shortcut, but for now, just write all the sides out and add them up. We're going to do the same for 10. Really important that you label them. Don't
Mhm.
make that mistake, because this is a plus b plus 2 plus a plus b plus 2. For now, I recommend you put 1 in front of all the variables that don't have a number in front of them. That way it's clear that it's a 1. And just like you were doing earlier, you're going to combine like terms.
Okay. So it would be 2A plus 2B plus 4.
That's the perimeter. Good. All right, so 11 is already set up for you because the 3 sides are given.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to add them up, maybe put a 1 in front of that s. Go ahead and give that a try here. I'm going to just step away for 30 seconds and I'll be right back to check with you on your answer here. All right, what did you come up with if you are done with this?
Still figuring it out.
Okay, take your time, keep working on it. I'm just going to set it up here.
Mhm. Yeah. Would be 8S plus 10V plus 5.
So where are you? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. 8s plus 10v plus 5. Yes, that is perfect. Yeah. I was mixing up the letters, which I think is what they had intended here. Okay. Number 12. Let's look at the triangle first. So the perimeter is adding up all three sides. So 5x plus 2 plus 3x minus 7 plus 2x plus 15. This one's more of a standardized test question. So when we look at the answer space here on the left,
Mhm.
notice that the third one looks the same as yours, except the third one has parentheses in it. Okay, and
So,
the parentheses are just there as like visual spacers.
mhm.
So C is absolutely correct. The reason B is not correct, even though it looks really similar, you notice that there's nothing between there.
There's no
But
plus sign, so it just means
yeah,
multiply.
that
But
means multiply, yeah, which is not correct. You don't multiply. So we know that B is wrong. So the next
mhm.
thing to do is to simplify this like you've been doing, combine like terms, and maybe it equals either A or D. So why don't you give that a try?
So just like solve for B. Like,
We're not solving, we're simplifying. It's
oh,
different. Simplify means you're combining like terms, reducing, but you're going to add all the x's together and all the numbers together.
okay. So 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 oh, I'm confused because I got
You're not confused here. You're taking 5x plus
yeah,
3x
which
plus
is
2x. What does that become?
10x.
Okay,
10x.
that's okay. So now do the other ones. Plus 2 minus 7 plus 15.
Okay, so this is 8, 23. So 10x plus 23.
Try again. Remember, the operator goes with it. So the operator is the plus, the minus, and the plus.
Oh, right. So it's 17, 10. So 10x plus 10.
Yes, yes. Now, does that match any of the answers there?
Yeah, D.
D. Now, I don't know if you guys have covered this, but let's look at A real quick. It's 3 parentheses 5x plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what to do with this 3 when it's outside the parentheses?
No, not really. Will it be
S-
multiplying?
Yeah, you multiply 3 times 5x plus 3 times 2, which is 15x plus 6. Is that the same as 10x plus 10?
Mm, no.
No. So it's not correct.
Mhm.
So let's do the same thing for 13.
Okay.
Let's first write out the other sides.
Okay.
Always a good idea to do that. When you take a geometry course, you're going to want to draw the picture. We're actually drawing the picture, and good to good to do that here. So now the perimeter is 3x plus 1 plus
Mm,
2x plus 3x plus 1 plus 2x. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to simplify this and figure out which of those four answers is correct.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about how to find the other one.
Yeah. Um,
Or just tell me what you get when you combine all
10
these.
x 10x 10x times, so 10x plus 3.
How do you where does the 3 come from?
Wait a minute. Oh, should be plus 2. So
Yeah,
D.
and it may be that, yeah, so it's definitely D. Now, I want you to, unfortunately, the way they've written this problem, I actually do kind of like it, is that you have to combine like terms for both A and C as
Mm-hmm.
well. See if it's correct. So go ahead and do that for me. Maybe you'll notice that one is correct or not.
So for number A, would it be 5x plus 1?
Okay.
And
Is
then
that the same as that?
no.
Okay, so that's out. How about for C?
For C would be the same.
You meaning it's 10x plus 2. So yes, C
Yeah.
is correct. Now B is kind of the oddity here. Um, I guess I think the best way to do it is to kind of look at it the way we did in the previous problem where we are going to um, distribute this 2 to both of these. So it's 2 times 3x plus 2 times 1 plus 2 times 2x.
Mm-hmm.
So this becomes 6x plus 2 plus 4x. And then the question is like, is that the same as as what
Mm-hmm.
you're doing here? So go ahead and I guess make a decision on that one.
It would be the same because isn't
It
it the
is the
same as
same,
number
yeah.
C?
Right.
It's,
So sometimes, when it says circle all expressions, like your tendency is to think maybe it's two or half of them. Could be three, could be one. Um, I wish we could say for sure we knew how.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. It's because we've got more time here, but let's go to the backside and look at the ones that I know that you tend to have more challenges with. So starting with like 4. Um, and then maybe we'll hit up some.
Okay.
We did get everything on the other side, didn't we?
Mhm.
Yeah, we did. Okay. So 0.5 times 0.9, you can do it a couple of ways. You're essentially just multiplying 5 and 9. What is 5 times 9?
5 times 9 is 45.
45. And then you count the number of decimal places. So you've got one
2.
decimal place for the 5. Yeah, 2 total. So you move your decimal left 2. So your answer is 0.45. And keep in mind, a multiple choice test, you'd have a lot of possibilities, like 4.5, 0.45. You'd have a couple other
Mm-hmm.
ones there. So you really got to be comfortable with knowing where everything goes. All right. Next one here that we probably should look at is number 5. And with these types of problems, you really want to convert everything to either a decimal, probably a decimal in most cases. So like 0.35 already is decimal. That's
Mhm.
good. 12 out of 50, you generally go to 100. So what do you multiply 50 by to get to 100?
Multiply by 2.
By 2. So if you multiply the top,
24. So then it just 24%.
0.24.
Okay,
And then 25% is 0.225.
2. Okay. Right now,
And then what's the last one? It's 3 out of how many? 3
out of
shaded out of.
3 shaded. Wait. Oh, yeah, 3 shaded out of 10.
Okay, so we want to go to a decimal.
So 3, 10 times 100. So 30. So 0.30.
Yes. So now
So
we're
twelve fiftieths.
which is the least is that one, yeah.
Mhm. Number 6. So
This is just a list of numbers. There's no, this is just like a definition. I'll fill them in here for you. You do want to know these. Um, I don't know how to tell you to learn them, but you do want to know them. Um,
okay. So wouldn't the best way to solve it for number 7, the best way to solve it would be 192 divided by 8 for number 7.
uh, or another way to do it is to figure out what do you multiply 8 by so that the number has a 2 in it. Like, for example, 8 times 1 is 8. That's not out. 8 times 2 is 16. That's not a 2.
And
8
it's
times 3 is a 24. The rightmost digit has to be a
8 times
2.
20 is 160, so we're getting closer.
Well, I'm just looking for that 2. That's what I'm looking for. So what is 8 times 4?
8 times 4 is, wait, 8 times 4, 32.
32. Now, that's what we want because 8 times 4 gets you the 2. So it's almost like you want to come off to the side and do it. 8 times 4 is 2, the carry of 3. 8 times 4 is 32, 2 with the carry of 3. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 3 gets you to the
19.
19.
Okay.
All right, so
So
for number 8 here,
8 would be 4, right?
you got it. Yep. You're just counting.
Yeah.
9 is a pure definition.
Across shape with 5 sides, isn't it? Like a pentagon?
Yeah, if you've been to Washington, D.C., maybe you've
Yeah.
seen that. Seen that on the news. Pentagon. I don't know why it was put in that shape. Um, and then the last one there,
Improper fraction. So wouldn't it be 3 times 4 and then 3 times 3?
yes, give me the top and the bottom number when you're done.
Okay. So 3 times 4. 12. 3 times 3. 9. 9 twelfths. That seemed like a
You
good
just said it
problem.
though. It's the bottom number 4 times 3 plus the top
Oh,
number.
4 times 3 is
You
12.
go kind of
So
left and then
14.
up
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be 15.
over.
4.
Yes.
Okay. And then, so I was wondering about number 1. The next review.
We can uh why don't you do you have these in your notes or what do you
I have them, but I can't find them right now. That's why
okay.
it's like I've been looking for the past couple of
I mean
hours.
it's probably better for you to look these up than for me just to give you the answers, but I'm happy
Yeah.
to if that's what's
Okay.
needed.
Since I can't really find it, like maybe just this time, I might just need you to.
Sure. So this is the additive identity.
Okay.
The identity always gets you back to what you started with. That's why it's called an identity. And then the next one here is notice you're just moving the parentheses around. So that's the associative. Whenever you move parentheses, that's associative. The next one over here kind of has the appearance that you're moving parentheses around, but you're not. It's actually just this part that's changing.
That's a
And when
new
you
community.
switch, it's commutative, yeah.
Okay. And then
Okay.
it's just number
Next,
2.
yeah, number 2, why don't you try working out each of those because it is something like we were doing earlier. I'll check your answers as you go.
2x for A.
Or no, you're multiplying both of these by. So
2.
go back and look at. So we did this in that square problem. We
Yeah.
multiplied the 2 by the 3x, the 2 by the 1.
Yeah,
That's what you're doing. That's what
I
you're
know,
doing.
but we're going to just have like the number is
Five. Well,
so
you put the one.
10x, right?
Well, it's 5 times 1x
Yeah.
minus 5
So
times 2.
5x minus 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Are those like terms?
Yeah, I think so.
They are.
Oh,
Where's the
wait.
x? Where's the x?
It's for 5.
There-
So five
There's no
x.
x. So
Oh,
these are
yes,
not
no.
like terms.
So they
Yeah.
don't. So you can't read. Okay.
All right. Now B is kind of odd. You can put the 6 over here on the left, which is really where most students want it to be. I want it to be there too. Uh, you're multiplying in. So give that one a try, please.
12x plus 36.
Okay, good. Keep going here.
Twenty-one minus 28x. Let me see.
Good.
And
Very
then,
good.
and then 5x minus 2. The last one.
So number 3 here, probably best if you try to write them out, and then I can check you.
Okay. Oh. It'd be like 4 plus n.
Sure. That's product. If it was the sum,
Uh,
you'd be correct.
so it would be 4 times n. Yeah, 4 times n.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, 10 less than a number 10 minus x.
So if this is correct, let's just say the number is 3. What is 10 minus 3?
7.
7. So the less always comes, these are always sort of reversed
Oh,
because
so it
7 is
can
not,
be x minus 10.
yes. And
Okay.
it's good to kind of put some numbers and see if it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. And then you know, okay, maybe I need to rework it.
So to be okay. So for the next one would be 0.5 divided by 5.
So the difference means subtraction.
Oh, right. So
Difference means
0.5
subtraction.
minus 5. But
Half a number, half a number. What's half a number? 0.5
0.5
times a
times.
number.
So, okay. Okay.
All right, so that does it here. We really should spend some more time. I'm just gonna make a note of this. That we should spend some more time on combining like terms.
Mm-hmm.
Just a note for me in case we get an extra lesson somewhere down the road. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stop there for today. Our lessons kind of range from 35